Very good morning and welcome to Kowloon Cricket Club for the KCC Morning League. Aaron Bush with you. Grade 2 today. It is the Sunlawn Titans up against HSBC Live. This is a top-of-the-table clash. Whoever wins today will go clear atop with 8 points. So all to play for. HSBC Live winning the toss, electing to have a bowl. Rare in the morning league. Usually everyone goes out to have a bat, put the score on the board, but HSBC Live have their plan. They're going to bowl first. Arun Ramakrishnan will open the bowling as usual for HSBC Life. A change in the openers for Sunlawn Titans today. Subi Katvaka on strike. Kaisa Khan at the non-striker's end. His first delivery coming and strays down the leg side. Slip in place, deep third fine leg. Sort of a traditional T20 field setup for HSBC Life today. It's this one outside the offside. Tries to make a gap at point, but good fielding. Cutting that one off. There is a gap backward a point with the deep third quite fine, just off to the left of screen. So towards the boundary cafe, it could be runs. It's also a cover mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, square leg. That's as traditional a field setup as you'll see. Is up and over the top of cover, going through extra cover. One bounce into the trading nets. First boundary for the Sunlawn Titans. Cut for car. Powerful off the second legal delivery. Little wayward to start with for Ramakrishnan. He's third extra, dragging that one down the leg side. As I said, all to play for today for these two sides. Have a look at the KCC Match Centre, which you can always find by just typing in KCC Match Centre into Google. All the stats, including this game live. That's a very good delivery. Almost finding the top of off stump. Gets a little bit on this one, inside of the bat onto the leg side. Still 2 balls left. It'll be a long overstart for Arun. Tries to go aerial, almost covers, almost carries to mid-on. Not far away. Uh, oh dear, yeeted a long way down the leg side. So it's going to be a 10 ball over at least here to start with. Early morning warm up for Ramakrishnan. Good Yorker length, almost chops that one onto the stumps. Wasn't sure about it. Okay, so looking to go big, but ends up. It's not Queso. It shouldn't be. It was cut the cart facing all the first over. 8 runs coming for the first. Sunlawn Titans getting some runs on the board early. Pretty deep. Mukherjee to bowl over number 2 for for the HSBC Life. Speaking about early starts, I've got early Thursday morning brain working, mouth not working. Usual setup for HSBC Life, opening with Ramakrishnan, then Mukherjee. They've brought deep third inside. They've got a floating long on now for Kesa Khan. That's clever play. He does like to attack early. Not back on the ropes, though. Just halfway between. They've also brought fine leg inside and put a deep mid-wicket who is right out on the ropes. So there's singles available on the leg side forward of square. Deep third coming inside the circles. Gone into a gully position now. Patching. There's the single just dribbling through mid-on. Long on having to come in from that floating position to pick up. Okay, so waits on this one. They might have long on and deep mid-wicket, but they don't have deep backward square. Not that it would matter, as it goes all the way for the first maximum of the morning for the Sunlawn Titans. Picked this one up nice and early. Dropped it a little bit short. Tree deep. And I apologise. That's Kutvagar again. Kassa's just got that single, of course. So Suveg gets the first maximum of the day. And this time gets a big inside edge backward of square. Oh, first slip over in the field, Myra. Very good morning to Myra Baloch running the broadcast. Anchor's wearing a nice pair of AstroTurf shoes, but still managed to slip over in the early morning dew of KCC. Ah, that's a huge wicket. He's chopped it out straight to point. It's bobbled up one time. The second time's a charm and a massive wicket. Kesa Khan just missed for 1 as the first wicket falls for the Sunlawn Titans on 16. Mukherjee strikes. A very well judged catch by Rahul Rawat at point. It was hit hard trying to go over the top. He carried it up straight up in the air to himself, then manages to get the catch on the second attempt as Yogi Matani comes out to the crease at number 3 at the end of the second over for the Sunlawn Titans. That's a big wicket for HSBC early in the power play. Said we'll go have a look at the KCC match centre with everything going on though. Maximums and wickets falling this over. Have a look at the end of the over and also run through the squads today. That's a beautiful Yorker length. In swinger as well. Welcome to the crease, Yogi Montani. Dots it out. 8 runs and a wicket coming in the second. So 2 overs in a row going for 8. Sunlawn Titans 16 for 1. So the table so far for the KCC Morning League Grade 2 for the 2024-25 season has Marcos atop on net run rate. There's 3 teams on playing 4, winning 3, losing 1. And that is in second place, the Sunlawn Titans and HSBC Life. So top of the table clash, or to become top of the table, as Ramakrishna continues. And the sun, first time poking out through the buildings and cloud. So all to play for. Come back later on and have a look at the stats. I'll bring up the teams. Oh, that's been popped straight in the air. And it's been taken at cover. Another wicket falls straight off the first delivery from Ramakrishnan. He gets the big wicket of Suveg Kavatka and he departs. The second wicket falls on 16. The man that took the first wicket took the catch to get the second wicket. Trivedi Mukherjee with the catch. And Katvaga, after looking solid, heads back to the dugout. Looking down at the Sunlawn Titans dugout, it looks like the captain might be coming out at number 4, Kunal Samtani. He's just putting the KCC helmet on and heads out to the middle. What started looked like a very good start for the Sunlawn Titans. All of a sudden, they've lost 2 for none. Both openers now back in the dugout. The number 3s and number 4s having to try to form a new partnership, get some runs on the board for the Sunlawn Titans. So captain wanders on out. I'll go pull up the team for the Sunlawn Titans. Might as well start with the batting side. So it is the captain, Kunal Samtani. Suveg Katvaga already back in the dugout. Tushar Mehra. Malhar Vora, as Krishnan comes in again. Keeps that one just outside off. Takes the dot as a sighter. Nishal Savalani, Mit Shah, Vinay Advani, Kananasuri, Deraj Manani, who I believe is playing the first game this season for this year. No, maybe not. But in the side today, Kaisa Khan and Yogi Matani, who's out in the middle as well at the non-strikers end. Kunal starting strong through extra cover, keeps it along the ground, can't catch that. Can they cut it off? Another slip in the outfield. Has it caused it to go in the ropes? I feel like it has. It has. So one sighter for Samtani and then immediately into the boundaries with a very nice extra cover drive. The playing 11 for HSBC Life today. The captain, Vasant Jekka, Tridip Mukherjee, who bowled the second over and took the second catch. Damadumpa, Ruhil Bairagi, who is the wicketkeeper today, as always. There, top of screen. Ganesh Shetty. Top of the bat, cause of catch, but keeps it fine enough. Takes the deep third out of play as it races into the short boundary for 4. So another boundary to Samtani and the Sunlawn Titans. Continuing through the playing 11 for HSBC Life today. Arun Ramakrishnan, man on screen. Ball in hand. Jesidos Jayakumar, Anthony Davis, Rahul Rawat, who took catch number 1. And Suman Saha. Suman, that's playing his first game of the season this year for HSBC Life. All right, we've got the teams in. Let's head back to the match centre and see who could cause some issues today and get some runs and get some wickets. Ramakrishnan looking to finish off the over nicely. It's driven just forward of point, not a lot of speed on it, so they'll take the single. Yogi will get off the mark and retain strike at the end of the over. Another successful one for HSBC Life, but 10 runs coming from it in the end. Sunlawn Titans 26 for 2. So having a look at the batting table for this is grade 2. And there's a couple of names to keep an eye on today. Suvig Katvagar was 4th on the batting table. He'll remain there as he's headed back to the dugout. Tree deep continuing. Bowl a second over. They take a quick single onto the leg side. The captain for HSBC Life, he's a name you want to keep an eye on. Vashant Jekka, top of the table in the batting. There he is, actually top of screen in slip. The captain. He's the only player so far in the KCC Morning League Grade 2 to pass 200 runs in the competition. He's got 206 runs so far. The top score is 71. And he's averaging 68.67, which is about a run less than what Katvagar was averaging. So that's a huge wicket to get him early. And the two batters to keep an eye on today for this game. One already back in the sheds, of course. So have to wait for the second innings for that. That's cut away really nicely backward a point. It's a quick boundary down to the cafe. And it'll make the ropes for another 4. Samtani moving into double figures now. 13 runs, 12 of them in boundaries. And this one very nice as well. Looking at the bowling stats for KCC Morning League Grade 2 as Tradeep resets. It's a stand-up punch, but straight to mid-off in the end. Second wicket, highest wicket taker is playing today, Kananasuri from the Sunlawn Titans. 8 wickets for him. There's a best of 4 for 32. There's a plethora of Grade 2 players who've got a forfeit so far this year. No one with a Michelle in Grade 2. Can today be the first day? 6 players. Well, 5 players. 4 players have got forfeits. 2 of them have got it twice. Neither playing in this game, though. Oh, apologies. There is 5 players. There's 2 Shresters, but they're not the same Shresters. They play tomorrow, in fact, for the Nepal Rhinos in Friday's KCC Morning League game. End of the over. Pretty tidy one. Just the boundary plus a single. 5 off the 4th. The Sunlawn Titans 31 for 2. Suman Saha into the attack for over number 5. The opening bowler, Arun Ramakrishnan, having a rest. And starts right on the money as it's angling into that middle stump. Ball's a catch. Oh, I think it's been put down. It has been put down. Just off screen, fortunately, for, I think it's Tradeep, actually, which is usually a pretty safe pair of hands. There he is, top of screen, apologising. It's bounced through the hand, straight on to the chest. And they're going to take a quick single on the leg side. End of a very tidy over from Suman. Just the two singles coming from the fifth. One over left of the power play. Sunlawn Titans 33 for 2. Pulls away. There's a mix-up. Oh, they finally get home safely. Yogi had to come quickly. Ball went straight to the square leg fielder. They decided to run on the arm of anchor, and they get through safely. Treaty bowling a third now. Matani looks to cut away. They don't have a point, only deep point in place, so single available. It's been a pretty good power play for HSBC Life. They were going at 8s to start with. Actually, first 3 overs went for 26. Since then, fought back, and also the 2 wickets. Handy. That's a no ball off the pitch from Mukherjee. Maybe a little fatigue setting in over number 3. Free hit coming up for Kunal Samtani. You'll have to re-bowl that free hit because that one's gone very wide as well. Okay, now the free hit and picked up beautifully. Chopped over extra cover, 4 runs. Well, that's his 4th 4 for Samtani. 16 of his 19 runs coming in boundaries. That was a freebie from Mukherjee. Still 3 balls left of this over. Been a long one to try to finish off the power play. That's got to be close, very close, but not out, says umpire Imran Arif. Pushes backward of square, takes a quick single. 1 ball left of the power play. Titans now into the 40s. They won't be too upset with how it's gone today as well for the power play. A couple of early wickets, suboptimal, but heading towards the half-century mark inside the power plays. Not a bad result. What a beautiful delivery that was to finish off with from Mukherjee. Yorker length on middle stump, only could be chopped down on by Yogi Matani. So the power play is done. Sun Lawn Titans are 43 for 2. Suman to continue. And again, good line. They'll take a run on the extra cover field. Myra's started to find herself very amusing after picking on my brand new Hoka shoes. Not even the purple ones. I've got new ones that are KCC green. Oh, I think that's been put down by Ragi. Got a gift there. Matani gets a life on 4. This is really good bowling from Saha. Cut in the air. Work to do for the deep cover. Does well because that was racing. That was hit really hard out of the middle. No feather edge this time from Matani, but he only gets the 1. Rare extra from Suman. And to be fair, my new Hokas are snot green coloured. They are slip-ons. I'll put them on a Premier League broadcast in a week's time, week and a half's time perhaps. So the public can judge my shoes. I'm not going to judge that shot from Kunal Samtani. That was absolutely beautiful. The only judgment is it was perfection going forward point, even though they had the cover fielder out there in the deep. It was timed too well. And that brings up the half century just outside the power play. 50 off 6.4. And the boundary causing Saha to be a little loose again. That's better. Just inside the tram line. Umpire Imran Arif gave it a good eyeballing. Half a ball inside. Back to the dots. And another good over coming here on the back of a 10 to finish off the power play. First over outside the power play has gone for 8 already. 1 delivery remaining. Oh, has he got the edge though? Yes, he has. So he gets revenge after being hit for 4. The big wicket, the captain departs. Kunal Samtani heads off back to the dugout as the 3rd wicket falls on 51. No mistake this time from Bairagi. If I am correct, and noticed a very quickly moving Mitch Shah out of our broadcast area heading back downstairs, maybe coming in at number 5, grabbing a tea, cup of coffee or whatever it is. And he now has to go out to the middle. And the 3rd wicket falling on 51. Walked past broadcast earlier and was just admiring that stroke from Samtani for 4. Picked himself up what appears to be a cup of tea. Looking down in the dugout. Had about 2 sips and realised he had to head out to the middle. So he's wandering out there now to join Yogi Matani. Anthony Davis bowling over number 8. Pushed hard by Mitch Shah. Dribbles out towards long on. He can get his first runs. Now he's on strike and looking for his first runs. That was Matani getting the single. I was looking at the KCC match centre. And while he doesn't appear on the top 10 scorers or the top 10 highest scores, Mitch Shah does appear in third place in the third highest average so far this year of grade 2. 71. He would love to get that today with the team 3 down inside 8. Short, so you can cut away hard. Good fielding out in the deep. A lot of work to do at the moment on that offside. Still got the mid-wicket in place. I haven't seen too much heading out that way. They've got a deep square, a backward square on the 45, and a long on. So that's very high, but the charge may have saved Davis, and a little bit of a misfield down at long on allows the first boundary. Not first boundary. First boundary off the bowling of Davis's bowling. It is the first boundary for Yogi as well. Is that true? Just the one boundary so far. Spooned up on the leg side. No mid on in place. No mid wicket also. Nobody inside the circle on the leg side, in fact. Not one. So Davis having to do his own fielding. It's quite a angled approach from Anthony. You saw when we had the reversed angle camera how wide he comes in from. There he goes on screen, and then cut away 3 point. I don't know if the cover fielder can get to this one. He's not as it races up the driveway. Mitch Shah gets his first boundary as well to finish off a nice big over for the Sunlawn Titans. 13 coming from it after 8. They are 64 for 3. Jessidos Jayakuma to bowl over number 9 for HSBC Life. He starts one outside the tram lines. Way outside. Just see that one was dragged down with the hand. Didn't release in time. That's the delivery. That's really nice. Pitching just on the line of off and cutting away. A little full this time, but toe of the bat from Matani. heads on out, saying that the deep mid-wicket fielders weren't getting much work so far. That's where that one went. No square leg out in the deep now. What have they done instead? Deep third. It's pretty much the only switch in the field. Square leg coming in towards next to umpire Yadav. Played all over the top of that one, Mitch Sharp. The sunshine. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful day as the clouds are burning off. I can see lots of blue sky. It's going to be warm as well, 28 degrees today. Be a sweaty mess on the walk home. Oh, that's hit too hard. Goes straight through the hands of the extra cover fielder. Krishnan had his hands there and it went straight through them. Bit of pressure relief. It was very well timed from Mitch Sharp. I'll give him that. But he hit it straight to extra cover. And now this time it's gone to extra cover. Direct hit, and that is, that would have been so close. So close. I pull that up on the YouTube myself. Have a look at the replay, see how close it was. End of the over. 8 runs coming from the ninth. The Titans 72 for 3. Look at that run out chance. That's skied up in the air, and it's going to go over the top of the backward point. Spinning on and down. Probably won't get cut off. It won't. Anthony Davis continuing. Tries to go big. Does go big. Oh, good fielding out in the deep. Coming a long way around. Pick up on the bounce. The end of the last over, Yogi Matani was put down at backward point. And that's the third time today. Talk about a man who the cricketing gods is liking today. That's very full, but just under waist height. Deep square leg is in place as it pokes out. See umpire Yadav just signalling below the waist height. Yeah, so Yogi's been dropped at mid-off, been dropped, caught behind, and dropped at backward point. He's on strike for 18. No run there. This went straight to backward point. 1 ball left to get us to the halfway mark. Good score on the board so far for the Titans. Still 7 wickets in hand. Last time Sunlorton Titans had a game was last week. Last Thursday, in fact, where they chased down a big score. Didn't think they were going to be able to get that one. Chased down 194 and 195 for victory, and they did it with an over and a bit to spare. They can certainly put the runs on in the second half as they move to 81 after 10. Loss of 3 wickets. I'll run through previous games for both sides. That was the Sunlorton Titans having a win over Green Ink. HSBC Life. They went down to the Sky Warriors Incredibles by 9 wickets the last time they played on February 27. That's their only loss of the season. Sunlorton Titans, of course, the game before that. In that epic game against Markhor, they lost their only game of the season, where the Markhor scored 47 off 3 overs. It was outrageous. It was fun to call, not fun for the Sunlorton Titans. That's where they came back strong in the next game. And Jayakuma continuing. Might have been the captain. A bit of a misjudgment there. The third inside the circle. No, it's Tree Deep. He's taking a catch, but he's put one down, and that one there completely misjudged it, so it goes through to the boundary for 4. Of course, these Grade 2 teams, they're all battling it out, trying to make it into the top 2. The top 2 will go up to Grade 1 in the 2025-26 season, and we'll drop a couple down from Grade 1. So lots to play for. Up. Broad square leg inside the circle, so puts it over the top of his head. Off to the palm tree for 4. Wow, went straight into the palm tree. Middle stump. Yogi's had his lives, but he continues to pile on the runs with his 4th 4. It's cut out to the deep. Take the single. Rinse and repeat as it's cut out to the deep. Ten runs off the over so far. Make it 11 with 2 balls still remaining. His good balls have looked very, very good, Jayakuma. Been a few loose ones. Been a bit unlucky as well. Misfields off his bowling. Scooped up through extra cover. It's going to be the 3rd boundary of the over as it's over pitched from Jayakuma. And Yogi moves into the 30s. 32 off 25. Tip and run to finish off the over, putting pressure on Jake. 97 for 3. HSBC Life winning the toss, electing to bowl. Some early wickets had them in the game, but the Sunlawn Titans with their big batting lineup starting to put the runs on, heading towards the three-figure mark with 9 overs remaining. Anthony Davis to bowl a third. He's going at 11s at the moment. It's a charge from Matani, but he picks out the deep cover again. Still lots of fielders out on the leg side. They've put a long off in place now, so there's no deep backward square. So the square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep cover. That deep cover has lots of ground to cover. Seen a few boundaries going through extra cover as he's not able to get there. A few going through point, backward point. Just trying to cover a lot of ground. Oh, going to get a boundary here, Yogi. How many fours has he got now, Myra? 6. He's got more fours than he's been dropped. That's good news for him. He's got 2 boundaries for every time he's been dropped today. That brings up the 102 with a boundary. Like to see it. 103 for 3 now. With 8.3 overs remaining. Full, but the floater dropper. Oh, that's a good ball. Inside edge. Backward of square, but Mitchell was coming quickly. Again, running on the arm. Extra cover and get through for a single. 4 singles and a 4 with the ball left. There's lots of appealing. Eventually, umpire Yadav didn't fall for it and a wide given down leg. Umpire Yadav's like, no, he didn't hit it. No, he didn't hit it. No, he didn't hit it. He didn't hit the pad. Oh, whoops. Better call wide. Okay, still 1 ball left. All right, swatted up and over the top of extra cover. Only 1 bounce into the training nets for 4. Big over again for the Sunlawn Titans. 13 coming from it after 12. They're 110 for 3. Arun Ramakrishnan back into the attack for over number 13. 2 overs, 1 for 18 so far. Mara, can we bring up the baby bowling card so I can have a look at the bowling so far? So they've used the 5 bowlers. Suman Saha's been the pick of the bowlers with an econ of just 5. Ramakrishnan, a little expensive early. That was that very early hitting from Kavatka and Kesa. Well, not so much Kesa. He didn't really get going. I'll start with a tip and run backward of point. Again, tip and run on the arm of the backward point. I'm trying to think of what would be a par score for these two sides. HSBC Life in their Battle of the Banks against Standard Chartered chased down 148 pretty easily. They did that in 12 and a half overs. It was big. Just inside the tramp. Nice dot ball. Mitch looks back, asks the question. Umpire Yadav, but he was right on the money. You'd think 170 plus with these two batting lineups would kind of be a minimum. Don't forget, leading run scorer in grade 2 will be out with the bat in hand. That's really, really well timed. Not for the first time today. We've seen a beautiful drive on the offside. This one, they've actually put 2 out in the deep. They've got a cover point and an extra cover, and they just put it between the two of them. Cross. He doesn't beat the extra cover fielder this time. Hands on the wall. Captain's put himself there. Rushant making sure it doesn't get through. Three lives Yogi is up to 44 now. Put up in the air. 4 lives Yogi. Get through for a single. Moves to 45. We talked about being blessed by the cricket gods. He's being blessed by the HSBC Life fielders as well, as he's been put down for a 4th time. End of the over. 8 runs coming from the 13th. The Titans 118 for 3. Anthony Davis to bowl out here. 3 overs, none for 35 so far. A charge from Yogi. No one's going to drop that catch. Just a matter of how far it went. And brings up. No, not yet. They're getting very excited, but it's not the 50 down in the dugout. I thought it was a 50 up, but that's just because the Sunlawn Titans dugout players can't count. Up to 49. It was awfully close to a 6. One of the longer boundaries here at KCC. That should be wide as well. Is. That one's gone for 4. That's definitely brought up his 50. 9th 4 for Yogi Matani. 53 off 34 deliveries. Going at a strike rate of 155.9. Fabulous innings. Sure, he's been dropped 4 times, but that's cricket. It's not his fault. 4 lives, Matani brings up a half century as the Titans continue to pile the runs on. 9 runs off 2 legal deliveries so far. With Davis's final one, and now 50's up. He'll take the tip and run onto the leg side. Mid-Shah's going at a decent clip as well. 20 off 14. Back on strike. What's this partnership up to, Myra? 77 off 39 deliveries. Oh, that's very handy. And a push for 2 as it goes out to Cow Corner. Goes with the faster one. Have they got protection there? Don't think so. 4 runs. Mitch Sharp with his 4th 4. And after Yogi Matani's brought up the half century, Anthony Davis now has brought up the half century. None for 51 off 3.5. Tough day at the office for Davis. He's got 1 ball left. He could generate a wicket here. He'd be quite happy. Need to split this 83-run partnership. Short, pulled away, forward of square. The deep square leg trying to get there. Does not. Initial from Sunlawn Titans does the fielding. And that's the end of a very big over for Sunlawn Titans. 20 runs coming from the 14th. They're 138 for 3. Suman Saha back into the attack, being the pick of the bowlers today. He's got 2 overs left. He's going to bowl the 15th and perhaps the 17th. 2 overs at 1 for 10. Suman Saha's figures. Barney on strike. Bit of shape away off the seam. Starts with a dot. Pulled away strongly, powerfully, backward of square over the top of the fielder. Another boundary as the partnership moves into the 90s. And the Titans pick up yet another boundary. That's Yogi's 10th. It's a nice big score. Only 1 maximum so far today. There has been 21 4s, which have helped things along for the Sunlawn Titans. Mitch Shah, 30. He's going to take a tip and run leg side single. Assuming he'll just jog and pick that one up. So the deep forward square. I'm assuming there's a deep mid wicket or cow corner fielder that I can't see because there's no long on in place. There is a long off, deep forward point, and a deep third. Long on inside the circle now, into mid on. Backward square on the 45 inside the circle as well. Well, as I said, no one at long on, so that's going for 4. 1 bounce. Up and into the training nets. Portable training nets for the turf pitches. And that'll be the 22nd of 4 for the Sunlawn Titans in the 11th for Yogi Matani as he moves into the 60s. 10 off the over already. A ball to go. Yorker length, dot ball. Very good delivery to finish off, but still a big over. 10 coming from the 15th. The Sunlawn Titans are pushing up towards the 150 mark. They're 148 for 3. Mukherjee back into the attack as well. This will be his final over. 3 overs, 1 for 23. Scooped out by Mitch Shah, and it's got straight through the long off fielder. Again, another one of those ones where they're glad they just fell off the side of the coverage, so they don't have to go back and watch that one. Apologises. $150 up, and also 100 partnership up for these two. Get through this delivery as it's hit hard out to extra cover. Make sure getting the body behind that one. Now 102 run partnership off 50 deliveries with 17 fours. I have to do the sums on that. What's that? What's 7 fours? 28. So that's 68 runs in boundaries in a 102 run partnership. Calls the catch it. Could this be the end? No, it doesn't carry. Out into the deep. Ramakrishna down there. Ramakrishnan at long off. 4.5 overs left. 200 a chance from here. 170 minimum. That's picked the gap. Longest boundary at KCC. No problems to the powerful Mitch Shah. He moves to 40. This is a big score. I keep talking about the fact that there's been only the one maximum. Usually you see plenty in a morning league game. Just the one today. Yet still 158 on the board with 2 balls left of the 16th. Run rate of over 10. Left alone, thinking it was going to be wide, but then realised it wasn't and did the practice shot, a little scoop. 10 off the over already. Just like the previous over that went for 10. Still a ball left. Oh, that could be waist height. It wasn't called in the end, so it's a dot after 16. Sunlawn Titans for 158 for 3. Suman Shah, he's going to bowl out here. They're bowling the 17th, 3 overs, 1 for 20. Could be a wicket. It's scooped up in the air. Tree Deep getting underneath it, and he's been put down. It's Mitch Shah this time. It's not 4 lives Yogi. It's now 1 life Shah. Well, that's the second one that Tree Deep's put down. It's the 2 singles to start out the 17th. Swinging hard. Is this going to be the second maximum? Sure is. As it goes all the way to the long boundary to the bowling club. Mitch Shah just a couple away from his half century as well. Partnership 116. I don't have the stats on the biggest partnerships of the grades, but this will be starting to get up there in the top 5, you'd suggest, at least. And that one's just a big swing and a miss, but didn't miss, just got the feather edge. And he's brought up his half century. Mitch Shah, 52 off 26. 8 fours and a maximum. All of a sudden, again, 200 plus. Well on the cards. 12 off the first 4 deliveries from Saha. Went for 10 in his third. He's gone for 12 so far in this one. Trying to swing hard, but I had no idea about that one. They'll take the single. At 50 brought up at a strike rate of 200. The single just dropping it just underneath 200. Partnership is going at over 200. 121 off 59. It's all going well for the Sunlawn Titans as the sun is beating down on KCC. That's big. That is very big. It's possible that went into the bowling club. No, it's just landed up on the top of the netting. So he had only the one maximum before this over. 2 coming off this one. 19 runs coming from the 17th. Talked about par score minimum of 170. That's come and gone. The Sunlawn Titans after 17, 178 for 3. Jesidas Jayakumar to bowl over 18. 2 overs, none for 24. Good first couple of deliveries from Jayakumar. Swinging hard with the wrists for Mitch Shah, but Yorker length. Said his good balls are really, really good so far today. Jayakumar. But everyone's been taken for runs by these 2 out in the middle. And he's dropped it short. That's what you can't do. He knows it. It's gone up and up. Over the top of his own dugout for another maximum. 3 maximums in the last over and a half. 3 maximums in the last 7 deliveries, in fact. And a 4. But you can't be bowling here to Mitch Shah because he's just going to take you. He knew immediately, Jayakumar, and dropped it in too short. He needs to try to pitch it up, but also keep it out of the slot. Needs to. That one's gone over the top of middle stump. Can't buy a wicket here. HSBC Life and Jayakumar. That said, both batters out in the middle. Combined, dropped 5 times. So that's on HSBC Life. They'll just have to try to come out and chase down a very big total. And he's put that one in the slot. They got the long off in place, and he'll just have to go collect that one over the top of the ropes as well. Can Mitch Shah chase down Yogi Matani's score? Giving it a red-hot go. He's into the 60s now. 65 off 32. Thank you very much. Well, that replay was showing. There's a dot ball to finish off with. 12 runs, 2 maximums. For the 18th, the Sunlawn Titans 190 for 3. Penultimate over coming up. 12 legal deliveries. Arun Ramakrishnan to bowl the penultimate over for HSBC Life. Yogi Matani on strike on 71. He steps a long way down the wicket and plays all over the top of it as it goes over the top of middle and off. So handy dot. 11 deliveries left. Run a ball will get them over 210. 2 runs a ball will get them over 210, obviously. Run a ball will get them over 200. And dots will restrict the score for the Sunlawn Titans. 2 dots to start with. Deep point, deep extra cover, long off, long on, deep mid wicket. 5 outside the circle. Yorker length, chopped up in the air on the offside, backward a point, and the big top edge, spinner, breaks the string of dots, goes for 4. Matani moves to 75. Got bat on this one. Wasn't going exactly where he wanted it to go. He's chopped that one out nicely, but he's going to pick out long off. So take the 1. And Mitch Shah, the big hitting Mitch Shah, and back on strike for the final 2 deliveries, the penultimate. 8 legal deliveries remaining. I'm off to KCC Match Centre to have a look at the scorecard. So I want to have a look at the number of extras. It's been pretty tidy of late. I haven't called too many wides here and there. There's some early on. Another handy dot. This is tidy from Ramakrishnan. It's been 16 wide, so I have called a few, but hasn't been a few for a while. And that's what's important in the death overs. Oh, that's a beautiful way to finish off there. Ramakrishnan, just the 5 runs coming from the 19th. The Sunlawn Titans, 195 for 3. 6 legal deliveries remain. It looks like Jayakumar is being given the death over. 3 overs, none for 36 so far. Went for 12 in his previous. There were only 2 maximums. There was 4 dots in there as well. Yogi Matani gets the strike. Well, I said I hadn't seen a wide for a while, and there's going to be a wide +1. They rotate the strike. A couple of extra runs and still 6 legal deliveries remaining. Mitch Shah, 65 off 35, and he's got an entire over to see how far he can put the Sunlawn Titans and his own personal score up. Gives himself some room, but hits it too straight. So he's only going to get the single out to long on. I think he was trying to go through cow corner or even perhaps picking the big gap over Ford Square. Well, can the Sunlawn Titans get to 200 here? I thought 210, 215 were on the cards with 2 overs to go, but tidy bowling from HSBC Life, keeping the score under 200 at the moment. Oh, that's going to be another extra, though. You can't be doing that in the death over. Again, hitting very straight. Good protection in the field, long off, long on. So a single to Matani. Still 4 balls left. They get to the 200. Combination of singles and wides this over. That's the big psychological barrier. It's one of the reasons we see most morning league teams bat first. Because if the team they put into bat goes on put on 200, there's that little bit of extra nerves trying to chase a big score. That's up in the air. Just one bounce to long off. That's a 150 run partnership up for these two at 200 strike rate. 24s and 4 6s in a 150 run partnership. Amazing effort. 3 balls left of the innings. He's been given the treatment as he's put it short, and Yogi smashes it over the top of square leg. Whipped away. It's going to be 4 runs this time, backward of square. Beat the square leg fielder. Well, 5 balls ago, I wasn't sure Sunlawn Titans were going to get to the 200. I'd said they were going to get to 210, 215, and now they're on 211 with a ball remaining. Another 4 will get them to 215, which is a massive score. It's just going to be a leg bye to finish off proceedings. So after 20, Sunlawn Titans 212 for 3 on the back of a 161 run partnership between Yogi Watani and Mitch Shah. As we head into the innings break, we'll have a look at the batting and bowling cards before we take the break here at Kowloon Cricket Club. Opening the batting, Suvig Kavatka and Kaisa Khan not really getting a start, but Yogi Matani with his 4 lives given. Not out on 87 off 51. Samtani, a little cameo captain, 25 off 21. And Mitch Sharp, well, he only got put down once. Took full advantage, 67 off 37, putting 212 on the board, including 21 extras. Bowling card, not as pretty. HSBC Life winning the toss, electing to have a bowl. Only single figures. Ramakrishnan 1 for 31. Sridep Mukherjee 1 for 34 and Suman Saha 1 for 39. Anthony Davis and Jayakumar both going for half centuries without troubling the wickets column. So we're in the innings break here at KCC. When we come back, HSBC Life will need 213 for victory. Join us in 5 or 6 minutes' time. Back to Kowloon Cricket Club. Aaron Bush with you for the KCC Morning League. It's grade 2, and two of these sides. One of these sides today is going to go top of the table for grade 2. HSBC Life winning the toss today, electing to have a bowl, and Sunlawn Titans, well, they batted. They batted big, 212. So 213 required as the captain, Vashanth, moves out to the middle. He'll be on strike. Anka Kumar at the non-striker's end. And Vinay Advani there, bottom of screen, to open the bowling. No Siddharth Jain today for the Sunlawn Titans. So Vin's got the job. He's going to open the bowling. Try to defend. Big total, 212, but it is grade 2. That's not even the biggest score in grade 2 so far. Which just means we get to see lots of runs, as we did with that 160-plus run partnership for the Sunlawn Titans between Mitch Shah and Yogi Matani. Have a look around the field. They've got third inside the circle. They've got a deep forward point and a deep mid-wicket for Advani. And the leading run scorer in grade 2 on strike, the captain for HSBC. 206 so far, the only scorer to get above 200 runs so far in the 2025-26 grade 2 Morning League. He'll be looking to put on a whole lot more today as well. I'll head back to KCC Match Centre and have a look at all the stats, especially for Vashanth Jekka. He's going to start with runs out through point, but clever field placement. We like to go out that way, so just the one. So he's now got 207 runs in Morning League. You know, he puts the runs on because he's top score of 71. So he's scored in plenty of games so far. He's going at an average of 68.67, which is important. Anka Kumar. Change up in the batting order for HSBC Life. We sometimes see Nama Dumpa head out to the middle with Vashanth. Also seeing Rahul Rawat padded up down in the dugout. We'll see who comes out at number 3. At the moment, these two out in the middle wanting to form a good opening partnership. Nice straight bat from Kumar. Tidy first over from Vinay. Mentioned it before that Vinay and I occasionally play in the same Kowloon Cricket Club Knights Masters League team. Full toss gets away with it. It's just poked to mid-off. There is a Masters game on today, in fact. It is Friday, March 28th, isn't it, Myra? That wasn't a confident nod. That's the 27th. The Friday Masters is tomorrow, of course, being Friday tomorrow. What a good over that was. Just a single coming from it. So HSBC Life won, needing another 212 off 19 at 11.16. So there is Masters League on after tomorrow morning's Morning League game, which Myra and I will be broadcasting. And make sure you tune in tomorrow morning because we're doing our first ever 6-camera broadcast here at KCC. We're going to use all 6 cameras around the ground. Kanan Asuri comes into the attack for over number 2. And after that game, there will be a Friday Masters League game, which Vinay will be playing in for the Knights up against Sun Kai. I won't be playing in that one because I'll be exhausted from Morning League broadcast. Kanan Asuri, second leading wicket taker in the KCC Morning League Grade 2 with 8 wickets so far. Second leading wicket taker up against the leading run scorer. So this should be a good battle. Starts with a full one on the pads. It's a no ball though. So free hit. Goes big, goes aerial. It's a matter of how far it goes. Mitch Shah has to come around from deep mid-wicket. He'll get to cow corner in time. They'll come back for a nice 2. Surprised he's got so much energy left, Mitch Shah, after his big innings. He did get around quickly. Very good in the outfield on the leg side. That's why he's always out in the mid-wicket region. Zippy ball. Straying down leg side and just flicked away beautifully. Just picked it up off leg stump. And first boundary in the books for HSBC Life. And again, straying down the leg side from Asuri. Poking it outside off. Another dot. There's been good runs this over, but some good deliveries, as we expect, from Kanan Asuri. Then back to dragging it down the leg side. Good keeping from, I think it's Suveg's got the gloves on today for the Sunlawn Titans. Usually does. And then back to the good balls. So 9 runs coming from the second. HSBC Life get to double figures. They're 10 going at 5s, needing another 203 at 11.28. It is Kavatka with the gloves on for Sunlawn Titans. Vinay Advani. Bowler second. Very tidy first. 5 dots and just a single. Anka Kumar still looking to get off the mark. Faced 4 of those 5 dots in the first over. Uses the feet and will get off the mark out to forward point. Oh, put that one in the slot and given the treatment, this time by Decker, going up through cow corner for 4. His second boundary. Likes it in that position. Field inside. Deep mid-wicket, no chance of cutting that one off this time. Picked that one up off middle stump, but it was the perfect length to Attack. Well, that one took off. Pitch just inside the trams and darted away. Bit of width, bottom edge of the bat. Vora comes around to pick up from extra cover. Take another single. So some good runs again this over coming for HSBC Life. This stage, Sunlawn Titans had already lost 2 wickets, but they were only to lose 1 more after that. Charge from Kumar, scooped up in the air. It's going to go over the top of the infield, and the top spins, spinning down towards the boundary. Cafe. 3 combining to make sure that is only 2, saving 2 runs. Again, using the feet. Nine runs coming from the third. HSBC Life 19 for the loss of no wicket, needing 194 at 11.41. Kowloon Cricket Club, he went for 9 in his first. So back-to-back overs of 9 for HSBC Life. Good start, seeing off the new ball. Surviving. Same time, the Sunlawn Titans were 26 for 2 halfway through the power play. Mitch Shah's being brought in side the circle from deep mid-wicket, so they can put a deep third down. Myra, oh yes, they've still got the cover point out in the deep as well. That's the 2 outside the circle in the power play. Swatted up in the air over the top of mid-off, and it should race away down to the scoreboard. Longest boundary at KCC. Gets there in the end. Anchor now showing some aggression. Still swinging hard. Ball moving away. Going past the toe of the bat. And this one's hit back with a square. Mara can't cut that one off. Second boundary using the pace of Kowloon. The 2 openers for HSBC Life. Not concerned about the second leading wicket taker. Taking him to the boundary. But this is a big top edge up in the air. Kutfucker goes to get to it just outside the outstretched gloves. And it rolls on in so they can come back for two. Almost generated a wicket there, Asuri. But as it is, he's gone for 11 this over so far. Once again, big wild swing from Anka, but no bat involved. 11 from the fourth. HSBC Life 30 for the loss of no wicket, needing 183 at 11.44. Same time after four, Sunlawn Titans 31 for two. And Vani to bowl a third. Went for one in his first, 9 in his second. And Jekker on strike, who has put him away just 4 to square. And Shah can't cut that one off either as it trickles in over the ropes. Just nicely flicked up over the infield. And Jekker picks up his third boundary. These two in the middle, taking good advantage of the power play. Going over the top of the infield. And then sprays it. Extra in the books. Oh, drops it a bit shorter. That's flicked for 6. Wow, just helped it on its way. Backward a square on the 45. Up over the ropes. And this is why Vasant Jekker is the leading run scorer in KCC Morning League Grade 2. This is pretty to watch. Picked it up just outside off and around the corner it goes. So adjustments being made. A deep square leg put in place as the deep cover comes inside. And this time it's a fresh area with a bit of movement away from Vinay with the ball. And already got their runs required this over with 3 balls remaining. Pushing up towards the half-century mark for HSBC Life. On the toes, Yorker. Squirted out with no square leg in place. Kaiser has to come around from the fine leg inside the circle. And we've seen the intent from Anka Kumar. He's been swinging hard at everything. This time waits on it, and rightly so. Picks up the extra instead. And still 2 balls left of the 5th. And again, rolling of the wrists. Vinay just tries to show what he wants to do. He wants to start it on middle and then shape it away, but starting it far too far outside off. Another big over in the books already for HSBC Life. There's the big swing and the big top edge. No deep third in place, so that'll race away for 4. The big swinging, use the pace. The deep third would have probably run in to catch that one, but third inside the circle. Skied up over the top and down to the shortest boundary at KCC for 4. Massive over, 18 off it already. That one there's not a top edge though. That's smoked. 1 bounce for 4 through long on. $50 up for HSBC Live, 52. And 50 partnership, of course. We're going to see a change in bowling as Malha Vora comes into the attack to finish off the power play. Save a couple of overs for Asuri later, perhaps. Get to see Malha with the bat as he was not required. Now required with the ball, trying to break this big partnership. The captain of HSBC Life, Vashant Jekka, on strike. Cut away, can't beat point. If they do beat the point fielder, there's going to be runs with no deep point in place. Just a deep mid wicket, and I think a deep square. Next broadcast tomorrow, I'll be able to see because we'll be able to find all the players with the 6 cameras. Hopefully can cover the entire ground, so there won't be anywhere you can hide with a misfield or a miscatch. Of course, it'll be up to Myra to actually change all the cameras tomorrow. She'll be having fun. Instead of working with 3 or 4, she'll be working with 6. All right, Kumar found a few top edges. Kavadka probably trying to get away from a wide call. Umpire Imran was up to the challenge. Bit short there from Malha, but he's popped it up in the air, and that's the end of Kumar. It's an easy catch at cover. Diraj with the catch. He's got confirmation. Mahanani was brought in from deep cover and popped up. Easy catch. As Rahul Rawat comes to the crease at number 3. So Malha Vora strikes in his first over, breaks the 55-run partnership. Oh, starting confidently, Rawat. He's crunched that one down to the scoreboard. Starts with the 4 off the first delivery. Calls a catch, but it's got through, and it's going to be back-to-back fours. There's Rowat showing his power. Initial, the diving effort at mid-off. You can see how close it was on the face of Malha. So he's gone for 11 so far, Malha, but he's got a wicket. Ball left of his first. And just defended this time by Rowat. End of the over. It is 11 coming from it. Plus a wicket. Power play done. HSBC Life 63 for 1. Myra, can you put up the worm for us? Let's have a comparison of power plays between the two sides. And HSBC Life have raced ahead in the comparisons. Almost 20, well, it is exactly 20 runs ahead at the end of the power play. Sunlawn Titans were 43 for 2. There's Nishal into the attack. Savlani to bowl his first. I don't think it'll be long until we see Tushar Mehra either. He took some wickets in the previous game for Sunlawn Titans. He's just been shuffled across out to a point position. Power play done. Ringing the outfielder very wide, long off, long on and deep mid wicket, deep cover point, and a deep square leg. And so that's where Vasanth was looking, or even to go backward of square on that one. Michelle gets the zip through for a dot. Leading edge through the slip cordon. Would have been an easy catch if there was a slip in place, but there is not. So Vinay has to clean up that third inside the circle. It's almost fly gully for Vinay as he's walking in off the circle. So this time, middle of the bat for Rowat. Oh, swinging hard, big top edge. Vinay getting underneath it, but misjudged. You've got one hand to it, but in the end, continued on. Two combined to, oh, would have almost only been one, but they do come back for two in the end. Much like the man he replaced. Just a quick discussion. Sure, Imran just making sure didn't touch the rope. Yeah, I was about to say, just like the man who replaced Anchor Kumar, Rowat swinging hard and finding the top edge. Said Vinay was walking in and then had to scurry backwards. A dribble through square leg, deep square leg in place, so they can find one more. End of the over. Oh, tidy one. Just 4 runs coming from it and a drop chance. A tough chance with one hand, but it's a chance all the same. So we'll have to put that in the books. Rowat was dropped on 8. He'll be on strike. Malha to continue. Hearn on offer there also for Vora. Come a little bit forward, then a shuffle a little bit back. Silvig does the fielding. Vasanth just slowed down a little bit. They're still going a strike rate of 123. 26 off 21. Mostly seen Rawat scoring since he came out. Well, there you go, right on cue. Pick that one up back with a square. He likes to go up and over for another maximum. His second as he moves into the 30s. Oh, faster zip one through, didn't turn. It just past the outside edge. Flicks it off the toes. Calls of two. It wouldn't run on the arm of Mitch Shah, and that's why. As it rockets in. It almost run on the overthrow of Mitch Shah, but that's a different story altogether. Get through for a single. We're just confirming that there was one more ball left. That's why there was a bit of a delay there. So after 8, HSBC Life 75, 76 for 1 as the system updates. Still staying well ahead on comparison. The Sunlawn Titans were 64 for 3. So Savlani continuing, and that one scooped out hard to long on by Rawat, but not going to carry the boundary or to the fielder. So it'll be 1. Tidy in his first, Nishal Savlani, just the 4 runs. Oh, it's a big appeal. It's probably going down leg. It was a dangerous ball from Savlani because we know how strong Vashanth is backward of square, and he missed out on that one. Wrapped on the pads instead. High risk, no reward on that one. And the floater down leg side again. Lucky to get away with it. Just an extra in the books. Calls a catch. Just falls short of Advani and will go for 4. Another fluky 4 off the bowling of Sunlawn Titans. It's peppering that short third, deep third region. Fuller. So eased single out to long on. So far, keeping that run rate required under control. It's not pushed up over 12. Don't want to get up too high too early. That's going to be an extra as well. So Sunlawn Titans helping HSBC Life out. Remembering HSBC Life had at least 5 drop catches in the field. Could be costly. That's big. That's coming our way. It hit something solid over the top of the netting for 6. A solid thing might be that big retaining ball out the back. Wow, 14 off the over and still a ball to go. HSBC Life moved to 90. Powerful row it. What's he up to now? 29. Trying to chase down. Or is it 20? It's 20 off 12. Well, there's a bit of a delay as we're going to have to grab another ball. Vashant takes the opportunity to grab a drink. Umpire Yadav has grabbed a replacement ball. So after only going for 4 off his first over, Savlani's now gone for 18. 14 off this one. Still got to get out of the over though. Still got a ball left. Both batters taking him to the boundary. He's still going to bowl that one again as he drags it down leg. Rinse and repeat. Try to get it to turn and straighten. It did. It straightened onto stump outside leg. This time full, punched hard down to long on. They'll take 1 as the sun shines brightly. Helping you to squint to look out there at the moment. Big over. 17 coming from the 9th. HSBC Life 93 for 1. Krishan Mehra said we wouldn't be long until we saw him. He's going to bowl over number 10. Scooped out onto the leg side for a single. There's a Suri, is the fielder out at deep mid wicket. But in the air, and the catch is taken by the captain, Kunal Samtani. I believe we'll get confirmation on that one, but that's the end of the dangerous Vashanth Jekka. No, Rawat, I should say. No, it is Jekka heading off to the dugout.
I lost my mouse.
And going to get confirmation on who took that catch. It's Nishal with the catch. Apologies to Nishal. Took a nice little catch at backward point. And for about 30 runs less of his average, Jekka departs for 38. Second wicket falls on 94. And I said that Mehra was in the wickets last game they played. I was just about to go off and have a look at the results of that one, but immediately he struck. Suman Saha into the attack. Oh, out in the middle, I should say, for HSBC Life. Nice line to start with. He just has a watch as it goes on by. It's a wide though. Four overs, 1 for 43 in the previous game against Green Ink. That was a big scoring affair as well. So wasn't as bad as it seems for Mera. And he's already got a wicket in his first. I think it was another one of those ones he got a wicket early and then was expensive a bit later as everyone was going big. That's going to be 4 though. Oh, it's not. Got around to that one nicely, all the way from long off to extra cover. Know much about that one there. Sulman was trying to flick it backward of square. It was there to be hit. He just completely misjudged it. Even with a couple of wides, it's been a tidy over from Tushar. As that one's guided nicely. Work to do for Advani. He's trying to chase it down to the boundary cafe. Has to use the boot to kick it back in. Does so. Saves 2. So 7 runs and a wicket coming from the 10th. We're at the halfway mark as HSBC Life bring up the 100 with that 2. They're 100 for 2, needing another 113 in the second 10 with 8 wickets in hand. This game is going to be a cracker. Mitchell to bowl over number 11. First time seeing Mitt in the attack today. Previous game, 4 overs, 1 for 37 for Mitchell. If he can get a couple of wickets here and the win for Sunlawn Titans, Mitchell could steal the Player of the Match award again, as he did in that game. He wasn't the top scorer. He was close to it, though. He was only 2 runs short of it and also picked up a wicket, so I think he was Player of the Match in that game. Start with a single. Hole of the bat for another single just through the point region. 111 off 58 sounds tough, but they got 100 off 60 with 8 wickets in hand. That's important. They lose a few more wickets here, then it'll get a little tougher. But if these two can put a partnership together, calls a catch. Kanan Asuri getting underneath it. That was up in the air for a mile, and he takes a good catch right on the boundary. Mitchell strikes Kanan Asuri with the catch, and that's the end of Rawat for 23. I said HSBC Life wouldn't want to lose a wicket or two quickly, but they've just lost one of them as Rawat departs. Arun Ramakrishnan coming to the crease at number 5. Oh, Mitchell strikes in his first. As Ramakrishnan winging hard on the first one, misses it all. It's overs like this that can change the complex of the game. HSBC Life were in cruise mode, well ahead on comparison. They've now lost 3 wickets apiece. And that's an inside edge, I think. Unless it's turned, but certainly darted back. 1 ball left. A very, very tidy over from Mitchell. And 2 new batters out in the crease for HSBC Life. Pulls the length back a little bit, allowing Ramakrishnan to take a single, retain strike. 3 runs and a wicket coming in the 11th. HSBC Life, 103 for 3, needing another 110 at 12.22. Over 2 runs a ball now for HSBC Life. Merritt continuing and not being able to cut off at backward square. 4 runs. Misjudgment there from Savlani, who's getting about. Was that Point taking a catch? Now he's a deep square leg. Shuffling the field around. Dive in the field. We sort of jumped over the top of it. Nice little scoop from Arun. Oh, the drop floater played over the top of it, outside off. Scooped out. The man that took the catch, Asuri, picks up in the deep. The comparison getting tighter and tighter. Mara, we'll have a look at the worm at the end of this over. That one's going to be. Oh, it came off the pad, actually, I think. Did umpire Yadav. And quick bit of work from Kaiser Khan at their backward square. Fine leg inside the circle as it was racing away. And guided to short third inside the circle. There's the worm. I can tell you, after 12, HSBC Life are 110 for 3. At the same time, Myra, Sunlawn Titans, how many were they? 110 for 3. That's why it's all matched. It's all very tight here at Kowloon Cricket Club. As both teams at the same speed at the moment. Mitch Shah, successful in his first, bowling a second. That's cut hard, beats the infield, won't beat the deep point coming around to cover. Oh, that's a mis-stumping as it comes off the end of the gloves of Kavatka. I've seen that with my son playing under 15s. The eyes light up. You think you're going to get the stumping and you close the gloves on it before the ball gets there. He was miles down the pitch there. Suman Saha stays in his crease this time. Tries to scoop out on the leg side. Doesn't go all the way to Asuri. Sweeping on the leg side. Savlani comes around from backward square this time. Picks up with the left arm. Sends Ramakrishnan scurrying back to the non-striker's end. Saha skied it in the air. Malhar Vora takes the catch. Mid-Shah strikes again. That's the end of Suman Saha. He's out for 6 as HSBC Life lose their 4th on 113. It's a big wicket. And Mid-Shah, once again, has got one hand on that Player of the Match award. 2 wickets now to go with, I think it was 67, was it, Myra? Something to that effect. I can find out if I go back to the KCC Match Centre. Have a look at the first scorecard. Batting was 67 not out of 37. Yogi Martani be unlucky if he doesn't get Player of the Match if the Sunlawn Titans win, of course, with an 87. Still a chance, still plenty of chance for HSBC Life to get this win, though. The 100 off 43 is getting tighter and tighter. That equates to almost 14 and over with 1 ball left of this over. In the air, it's going to go safely out into the deep. Yogi gets himself into the action. The piece of fielding, end of the over, another successful one for Mid-Shah and the Sunlawn Titans, and just 4 runs coming off it, also important. After 13, HSBC Life 114 for 4. Tushar Mehra is going to bowl a 3rd over, 2 overs, 1 for 13. Anthony Davis on strike. I'll go back and have a look at that one. Not on our replay, but just on the YouTube. It was closer than I originally thought. I think it got through onto the back leg. That one's up in the air as well. It's just to the right of Vora. Oh, yeah, it was definitely going down leg. Good decision by umpire Yadav on the previous one. Bit of aerial work going on for HSBC, but unlike when they were in the field, Sunlawn Titans are taking their catches. Scooped up in the air as well. Looks like Yogi's going to get underneath it, and he takes the catch. Another wicket falls, the 5th, as Ramakrishnan holds out in the deep. And Mehra gets his 2nd. HSBC Life lose their 5th on 115. Dharma Dumpa out to the crease at number 7 as the Sunlawn Titans tighten their grip. Pardon that pun. On this game. Did you like that one, Myra? You weren't even listening. Myra's finally got my pun. My wordplay. Right. All right, that's big. Is it big enough? Sure is. Lands on the tent. Slams on top of the tent over the top of Asuri's head. Big maximum. Saw Dharmadumpa open the batting with Vashanth in the previous game for HSBC Life, and now he's going out there at number 7. Pretty handy number 7 to have if you can send your opener out then. And he's showing exactly why. Taking Mehra for a maximum. Back live, and he's whipped it into a bit of a vacant gap on the leg side. They're going to run on the arm of Martani. He goes to the keeper's end and they'll get through safely for 2. Big over in runs, plus a wicket falling. 10 runs coming from the 14th. I'll make that 11 runs. Well, still a ball left. I'm getting excited because of the wide in there. So there's 10 so far. Well, that's almost chopped to Mitch Shah at point as well. 1 bounce. Parries it down, so it'll be 11 and a wicket coming from the 14th. HSBC Life, 125 for 5, needing lucky 88s off the final 6. That equates to 14.67 runs per ball. Sharp, bowled 2 overs, got 2 wickets. He's got 2 for 7. He's going to bowl a third. Dumpa on strike. He uses the wrist nicely out into the deep. Talks of pushing on the arm as well, and it will be well run by Davis. He was home with miles to spare. Take a 2 to start with. They need more than 2 a ball, though. Oh, that's hit well. Perfectly played. Sweeped across through square leg. The backward square of Savlani. No chance cutting that one off. Dumpa. Wow. 14 off 5. Strike rate of 200 plus. Almost 280, I think it is. That's Davis this time. Don't show why we're showing that being Dharma Dumpa. Myra's got the scoring all mixed up here. I'll have to go back and check it. Malhar Vora, we've got the scoring fixed up now with Davis on strike. He takes a single out for mid-wicket. It's a handy little partnership forming 23 off 10. Late resistance from HSBC. So we get into the final 5 overs. Still 75 more runs required. Big swing, just gets his bat back down in time. Every dot ball just adds extra pressure. The run rate now over 16 per over. And just missed that one as well. Kavatka. Another catch goes begging through the slip cordon. Take 1. 1.1's a win for Sunlawn Titans at this stage. Boundaries required for HSBC Life. Swinging hard, work to do for Asuri. Almost overran it, actually. He did overrun it. How he managed to field that, I don't know, because he's fielded that on the inside with the right. And somehow saved 3. Oh, and that's an inside edge this time. I'll get through for 1. And Dumper, it's buys actually, called by umpire Imran. Now swinging hard. Work to do for Matani. He's not going to get it on the full. He'll wait and pick up on the bounce, so they'll come back for 2. But that's a good over from Malhar. Just the 6 runs coming from his third. He's got 1 for 25. Mitch Shah, if he's going to bowl here, and he will, he's going to bowl out 3 overs, 2 for 19. More shoelace work needing to be done. Mitch Shah, happy to tie the shoelaces up before. He's not going to bowl, is he? No, he's going. Oh, he's just going to go pick up the ball so we can bowl it. Running out towards long off. So deep backward point, deep square, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, covering bases. So there's runs through cover, extra cover. Back over the top of the bowler's head as well. But with the 2 out in the deep, they should only get 1. But again, Davis so quick between the wickets. Well, that's very good running. Need to do it. They need to turn their 1s into 2s and the 2s into 4s. Still needs 70 off 24. And a catch is taken. That's a great catch from Mera, I believe. Over there it is at extra cover. And that's the end of Dumper for 15. The 6th wicket falls for HSBC Life on 145. Mitch missed out last over, but he's got a wicket in 3 of his 4 overs now. 3 for 21. I said with his 67 not out, he's now pretty much assured. Bairagi out to the middle. Number 8. This one's popped up in the air, but leg side, no short mid-wicket in place. He'll get off the mark. So now Davis is going to have to take the lead after Dumper's departure. It's been a pretty clinical performance by the Sunlawn Titans, sitting in 2nd place at the moment. They'll leapfrog the Markhors, who are the only team to defeat them, to go top of the table. This is up in the air as well. Getting underneath it at long off. A little bit of a misjudge means they've been put down. Thought it was going to carry out to him. Diraj out there at long off. Mitch could have had 4. Instead, it's 2 more runs in the book. He's also had a miss-stumping off his bowling, if I recall correctly, so he could have had a Michelle. Said we haven't had a Michelle yet. Well, that's scooped up in the air. Advani's not going to cut that off. It's going to go for 4. They need this. HSBC, they bring up the half century there with a boundary. 152 for 6. 61 off 19. And the Markhors are not going to be wanting to be reminded of this after this next delivery, but I'm going to remind them of it. We'll see the end of Mitch Shah's final delivery of his 4-over spell. He's still, even with that, skied up over the top of the keeper 4. He's got very nice figures, 3 to 28 so far. That's going to be 6. So it's not going to help his figures at all, but it's going to help HSBC. That's a big hit through cow corner. Davis moves into the 20s, gets to the quarter century mark with that maximum, moves to 25. HSBC Life moved to 158 for 6. Okay, 3 overs remain. Myra, remember that game, Marcos versus Sunlawn Titans. Marcos chasing down 47 in the final 3 overs. HSBC Life need 55 off the last 3 overs. Well, can they do it? Could Sunlawn Titans suffer another horrible loss when they had the game under control? Then lead bowler is bowled out. Mitch Shah is done for the day. Of course, Kanan Asuri can come back into the attack at any point, but at the moment, Nishal Savlani is going to bowl over 18. 47 was amazing to watch. 55 would just be ridiculous. Bairagi on strike. He's going to get a freebie. Extra in the books to start with. That's a win. Now 54 off 3. Inside edge onto the leg side. Kaiser Khan cuts it off. I really think that perhaps 55 off 3 is a bridge too far for HSBC Life. They should go down swinging. They've still got 4 wickets in hand. Davis is obviously doing that. He's on strike. He's almost played that one onto stumps, played it onto his ribs instead. Gets 1. That's a leg bite. Didn't play it off his bat into his ribs, just played it off the ribs. Scoops out to the deep. We've made a change out in the deep. Mitch Sharp is now out at long off. So they make sure that stays to 1. They've got 2, in fact. That's pretty good running on the arm of Mitch Shah. He had to come a long way around to his right. This time scooped out on the leg side. And they'll probably come back for 2 on the arm of Kanan Asuri, will they? Davis will. So the throw goes between the 2 stumps. No danger to the batters. They need more than 2 a ball, though. Run rate required. Oh, they're going to get a 3rd. That's handy. They need more than that as well, but 3 is a win. Groan from Myra because she has to adjust the scoring. Had 2 penciled in. It's dead ball. So, this is up in the air. Kaiser Khan can't get there this time. Oh, I thought that was going to carry. And now indecision, thinking of 2. Really only 1 there to be had. Oh, now there's going to be an overthrow. No? Yes. Utter confusion. This is chaos. Well, it is chaos cricket in morning league, but this is a chaos over as well. Half chances go begging, dead balls, running on dead balls, running on overthrows. That's pretty much how that last game with the Sunlawn Titans and Marcos went. That was a lot of chaos as well. All right, dot ball to finish off with. A handy one for Nishal. He went for 9 in that one. That's not enough for HSBC Life. 2 overs remain. 46 required. Myra, you're giving me the shake of the hand on this one. You don't think HSBC Life? You think Sunlawn Titans have got this one? Penultimate over going to Malha Vora. 12 legal deliveries remaining. 46 required. Hitting hard again. Mitchara in the deep. Oh, he's tried to parry that one back in. And in fact, Socken need it into the sight screen for 4. Good start for Davis. He's doing his best. He's going at over 200. 29 off 14. It's pretty much 4 a ball from here. That's the first one. 11 balls remaining. Now back live. Hits hard again. Shah this time won't make any mistake. He doesn't. And it's only one. And it's going to be two as Vora wasn't able to get down to that one. Oh, they're going to run for three. Chaos. So not quite the four. We've got the three. And getting a little sloppy and tired in the field. Sunlawn Titans, as they did against the Marcors. People not backing up on the throws coming in. Some missed fields, some drop catches late. Bairagi. He's swinging hard, and he's going to get four as well. So 4-3-4. It's not impossible from here. 35 off 9 legal deliveries. It's still just a tick under 4 runs of ball required. Bairagi taking his time to reset. Okay. And this one shouldn't be 4-3-2. It should only be one, and it is. Bairagi throws the head back, knows he's missed out there, but that's a win for the Sunlawn Titans. It's a battle to be in the top 2 to get promotion into Grade 1 next year. Marcor and Sunlawn Titans and HSBC Life. He tries to play that on the leg side, hits the body. Very valuable dot. So a tick under 5 runs of ball required now. And swinging hard, Asuri should cut this off and should ease it in, keeping it to 1. And some backing up this time. They're going to take it anyway. They're taking cheeky runs, but it's not going to be enough as the over ends. Yes, 13 runs came from it, but still with 6 legal deliveries remaining, HSBC Life need 32. Tell you what, Mara, if HSBC Life were to win it from here, this is going to be a very entertaining over. It is the Division 2 games that always bring the most fun. You are correct. Here we go. Nishal Savalani gets the death over. Up in the air. Asuri gets underneath it. Takes the easy catch. It's a dot ball and a wicket. End to Bairagi as Savlani gets his first. Second good catch in the deep. At least, if not 3. I can't have to check the scorecard for Kanan Asuri. He's had a good day in the field where others have failed. Ganesh Shetty coming out to the crease at number 9. This game almost done. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, the big Grade 2 match. It's Nepal Rhinos up against somebody with the brand new KCC 6-camera broadcast live from 7 a.m. Join us for that one. And Shetty starts powerfully. Work to do for Asuri. And he slips over as he picks that one up. So they'll get back for 2. And a dot is looking to close this game out here. The Sunlawn Titans and go atop the table. It is the Hong Kong Rhinos up against Standard Chartered Bank tomorrow. That's up in the air. And the catch goes down. It doesn't really matter at this point. A wicket would be nice. Nishal would have liked that one to be caught out in the deep, but it wasn't. But a 1 means it's going to be a pretty good win to Sunlawn Titans on the back of a massive, massive innings. 212 runs. Yeah, tomorrow, Hong Kong, Nepal Cricket Club up against Standard Chartered Bank live from 7 a.m. We'll be testing out using a 6-camera setup. Get all the sixes, all the fours, all the catches, all the drop catches, all the slipovers in the field, in the Dewey outfield. Try to get them all on camera. Work to do out in the deep. Gets good purchase on this one. The fielder, Diraj. And they jog on through. This game is done, and a big win for the Sunlawn Titans. They win by 26 runs. Player of the match, Mitch Shah with a 67 not out and a 3-for. As we have a look at the batting and bowling card before we wrap up today's broadcast. And a couple of starts, the top three all getting into double figures. In the top run scorer for the Grade 2 Morning League, Vashanth Jekka getting a 38, Kumar with a 21, Rahul Rawat with a 23. Right at the end, a very nice cameo by Anthony Davis of 35, but in the end, we fell 27 runs short of victory, and a 26-run victory for the Sunlawn Titans, whose bowling card we'll have a look at now. Player of the match, Mitch Shah, back-to-back. Player of the matches for Mitch Shah, and he got one last week, and he's got one this week. 4 overs, 3 for 34. A 2-for Tushar Mehra, 2 for 24, and a wicket at the end for Nishal Savlani, and also Malha Vora, the opening bowlers of Vinay and Kanan, not getting a wicket, but Kanan taking some good catches out in the deep. Having a look at the table right now, it's been updated as Myra has ended this match, and Sunlawn Titans are now top of the table of the KCC Morning League Grade 2. Played 5, won 4, lost 1, 8 points. Net run rate of 0.7. In second with a game in hand though, Markor played 4, won 3, lost 1, 6 points, but a better net run rate of 1.36. So next time they play, there'll be a chance to go back atop the table. And HSBC Life now falling a game behind the top two, unless the Markors lose their next game. They've played 5, won 3, lost 2 on 6 points as well. So tomorrow we'll be seeing the Hong Kong Nepalese Cricket Association, who are sitting in 5th, up against the 6th place Standard Chartered Bank. That's going to be an amazing game line from 7 a.m. This one's done. A big win to Sunlawn Titans by 26 runs. On behalf of Myra Baluch in broadcast, Aaron Bush signing off.